Welcome to standing yoga. We have 10 different exercises: the crab in the morning, the reed in the wind, the warrior, the triangle, but the moderator also, the standing cat and cow, the garden pose, the stork, and the sun god. And I think I forgot another one. And in between these exercises, we're gonna try to learn some snippets, some informational snippets to the lamp shift from physics. So let's start directly with the first exercise, the crab in the morning. We have the legs standing a bit more than shoulder width wide apart, and we breathe in. We're bringing our arms up, and we breathe out. We're going back with the arms, and we open the chest, and we breathe out. And we breathe in, and coming up again. And we breathe out, and going back. And again in. And one more time, and breathe out. In. And that was the crab in the morning. Now to the first info snippet, to the lamp shift. Now, the lamp shift is part of physics. So the lamp shift exists in physics. And a hydrogen atom exists. So there is an atom, an element, which is called hydrogen. And electrons can exist. So there exist also electrons. And two electrons can exist inside of a hydrogen atom. So there is this atom, this element, hydrogen, and inside this hydrogen there can be two electrons. And between these two electrons inside of a hydrogen atom, there can be an anomalous energy difference, so some strange difference in the energy of the two electrons. And the lamp shift is what this strange energy difference between these two electrons inside of a hydrogen atom is called. Now the next exercise, the reed in the wind. We have the feet standing together. We breathe in and are bringing the arms up. And now we breathe out and bend back. And breathe in and come back up again. And out again and bend back again. And again in. And the last time back. And in. And out. That was the reed in the wind. Now directly the next exercise, moderator. We have the feet standing together. And we go a bit in front, onto the tiptoes, slightly, and back onto the heels. And again, front a bit, to the forward part of the foot, and back again. And a bit in front again, and back. And that was the moderator. And soon we're going to do a bit of a warrior. But first, the lamp shift is caused through something. And the vacuum energy fluctuation exists. The vacuum energy fluctuation exists. And the vacuum energy fluctuation can create so-called virtual photons. So the vacuum energy fluctuation can create virtual photons. And the lamp shift is caused by interactions between the virtual photons and the electron. Now, we bring one leg out, and the other leg stands with the toes to this direction around. This, and this toes are pointing in that direction. We are lifting our arms, and we breathe out and going and bend them in. Now we breathe in and go a bit back, and we breathe out again and come back into the warrior pose. Now we breathe in, and we're laying the one arm down, and we bring the other one over, and we look up to that hand. And we breathe in, and out again. And we breathe in, and out we're going back into the warrior. And now we're going back. So breathe in, and out we're taking the arm over, and this hand slides down the leg, and we're looking up to the hand. And now we breathe in, and we're coming a bit up with that leg, and out again, and reach back again, and coming back into the warrior pose, and we're ending the pose. Now to the next snippets. Electromagnetic fields exist. The lowest state of an electromagnetic field must not be zero. So in this electromagnetic field, there must it not always, so the lowest point of this field doesn't have to be zero. And in an electromagnetic field can be these so-called 0 points. So in this electromagnetic field there can be these so-called 0 points. And these so-called 0 points in the electromagnetic field causes oscillations. So that there are zero fields inside this electromagnetic field causes oscillations. The small 0 point oscillations can let the electron do rapid oscillatory motions. So the electrons does oscillatory motions because of these 0 points in this electromagnetic field. And the oscillatory motions of the electron are changing the radius of the electron. So the radius, so this is the electron, and this electron has a radius, is changed because it does oscillations. So it is not like this and has a radius of this, but it oscillates, and our radius has not the same length anymore. Now the next exercise, standing cat and cow. So we are going down and placing our hands on above the knees, and we breathe in and out, going into the cow. And again in and out, and we hollow the back, hollow the chest. And we breathe in again, come back into the middle, and out back into the cow, pushing our chest out. And we breathe in and out again, we hollow again. And breathe in again and out. Again in and out and hold the chest. And then we breathe in and we just come up again. And the next exercise, the sun god. So we have the legs standing wide apart. We breathe in, I bring our hands up and turning our hands upside down. And now we bring our hands together over the head and we close them. We breathe in and out, and we're going down. And now we're going to lift first the left heel. And now the right heel. And now let's lift above. And again down. And we bring the hands out to the side. And we bring the hands in. And we're going up and pushing the hands up. And we're going down again. And one time. We are pushing up. And down again. Bring our hands again back over the head. We're going again up. Tiptoes. And we're coming up. Bringing the hands down. And setting also our heels down. Now a bit more. A Coulomb potential exists. So the Coulomb potential exists. The electron has the Coulomb potential. And that the radius has changed of the electron perturbs this Coulomb potential of the electron. And the Coulomb potential of the electron is lower, and the energy surplus is removed. The dimension of the electron has changed. It can no longer hold so much energy, and it loses the energy it can't hold anymore. The next exercise, let's do a stalk. So we have a standing leg, and we're bringing the other leg up in the right angle. And now we're taking a knee, and we extend the other arm, and we'll keep standing like this. Now if you like to, you can come back, take your toes, and extend the leg, and go back into the ambitious stalk. And go back and control to the other side. We also have to do this with a warrior to the other side. So we're bringing our leg up and taking our hand here, putting our hand here and going out. Now if you like to, come back, taking the toes, extending the leg and the arm. And we're going back into the middle. It's the warrior into the other direction. So we have the toes pointing into this direction and these into this, and we're going into the warrior. And we're going a bit back, and again a bit in. Now placing our arm here and going over, up, and we look up. And we go back. Now we're taking the arm over, we look up, we go down with the back on the side. And we're going back at the warrior. And we add. Black holes exist, and black holes have so-called Hawking radiation. And the lamp shift plays a role in the prediction of Hawking radiation of black holes. And Willis Lamb won in 1955 a Nobel Prize for his discoveries related to the lamp shift, which is named after him. And we're going to do the last exercise. We skip the triangle, it don't have that much time left. So we're going to pause. We have around the heel, around an ulnar length space between the heels. You breathe in and then bring your arms up. And out we're going into the garland pose. And we're placing our elbows against the inside of the knee. You breathe in and try to come straight up. Breathe in and out slowly. So breathe in and out. And in. Now we're going up with the back. And we close our feet. And we come half up into monkey half. And again down again. And doing the up diving swan. Closing our hands off the head. Out. And we are done with the standing yoga. Now, the lamp shift. There are hydrogen atoms, and inside the hydrogen atoms there can be two electrons. And there is an energy difference between these two electrons inside of a hydrogen atom, and this energy difference is called the lamp shift. There is the vacuum energy fluctuation, and this vacuum energy fluctuation creates virtual photons, and the lamp shift is caused by interactions of these virtual photons caused by the vacuum energy fluctuation of the two electrons, So the lamp shift is caused by the interaction of the virtual photons and the electrons. Now, there are electromagnetic fields, and inside of an electromagnetic field, there doesn't have to be the lowest point 0. And there are points in an electromagnetic field there which are called 0 point. And these 0 points are causing oscillations. And an electron, if it is then there at the 0 point, gets oscillations, and the electron oscillates. And that changes the radius, so the radius is the half distance of the electron. The dimension of the electron changes, and the Coulomb potential of the electron gets lower. So the Coulomb potential it cannot hold that much energy anymore because the dimensions of the electron has changed. The electron has changed. And then it loses this energy. And this losing of the energy causes the difference of these two electrons inside of the hydrogen atom. And black holes emit Hawking radiation, and this lamp shift helps to predict this Hawking radiation of lamp shifts. And the lamp shift is named after Willis Lamb, who in 1955 won the Nobel Prize for his discoveries related to the lamp shift, which is the difference in energy levels of two electrons inside of a hydrogen atom caused by a vacuum energy fluctuation, which creates the photons and the electrons interact with each other. And because the dimensions of the electron has changed because of the 0 points inside of the electromagnetic field, and it cannot hold that much energy anymore, it loses the surplus of energy. This was for standing yoga. These were some info snippets to the lamp shift. Thank you very much. Until next time.